Hello creation, hope you're well. I've just written this. It's called Ripples in a Pond. It's probably about, it's not that long actually, it's about a third of a sheet of A4 possibly. Without getting my ruler out and giving it a little measure. Don't want that getting lost in translation either. Right, ripples in a pond. Oh my God. Crystals in abundance align the cosmic route to greet that of His Majesty upon return from his latest earthly shoot. 'Twas to be documented, this voyage undertaken, that did culminate in the divine rebuild of the soul that was forsaken. Dignitaries from galaxies and universes gave unconditional support, all with reassurances through emotion, feeling and thought. The law that was agreed upon was that not one could interfere. They could only guide this ship by currents and winds, but not allowed the ship to steer. This would have broken contracts spiritually signed pre-incarnation, and the lifetime tasks would have been made null and void without hesitation. Recuperating consequences affecting both that of the physical and non-physical, to lead the unawakened soul to the mind of the hysterical. And as the aspect of egotistical self be blinded by illusion, a power-draining sabotage arises, brought on by aforementioned interference, intrusion. As one doth throw the pebble that causes ripples in a pond, disturbance caused within quantum field until those ripples be gone. Cause and effect cannot be omitted, nor can it be dodged. 'Tis the law within the universe, and shall stand regardless of complaints lodged. To utilise the energies that govern, one must have an understanding that all is of the same manufacturer, regardless of the branding. We're all one, aren't we? All come from the same manufacturer, don't we? It's like when you buy these foods and some of them can be a bit cheaper because they're in a different box, but yet they come from the same manufacturers. It's true. Can that not be said of the skin? You know, we only inhabit the shell, don't we? We only inhabit the shell. The consciousness only inhabits the shell, doesn't it? I'm looking about like that because I'm being the consciousness that's observing through the eyes, through the lens. That's it. That's it. So, some observe through the lens of a different race, different creed. Well, that's the beauty of it. It's so magnificent, this creation, really. And the diversity, and I know I've mentioned this before, but the diversity is just phenomenal. It's mind-blowing, isn't it? Even when you can disassociate from it and look at it all from a higher perspective, it's just awe-inspiring. All of it, creation. But yet again, many are wrapped up in the illusion of that which really doesn't matter. Who's got what, or who said to whom 30 fucking years ago. Sorry for my language. But it's true. It's true. You know, look at how much, if you're wrapped up on who said what to who all them years ago, look at how much you're missing. It doesn't bear thinking about, does it? But that's the thing. Where we do place our attention, that's vitally important, is it not? If we don't have control over that and we're visiting, revisiting and visiting and revisiting and holding on and holding on, there are many reasons why we hold on to something from the past. Some it can be comfort, regardless of how damaging it is. Others it can be because that's all they've got to hold on to. If, say, for instance, someone was in a relationship, and within that relationship, let's say that they've been, will I say emotionally blackmailed? Maybe, is it an emotional blackmail? Yeah, it could be. Let's say one's a narcissist, just for argument's sake. One's a narcissist and one's a codependent. And the only thing that the codependent has is something from many years back. The only reason they can't let that go is because it's the only reason that they've got, or it's the only thing that they've got that they can come back at the narcissist with. It's not a good situation to be in, if there's anybody in a situation like that. I know we're is it hypothetically speaking? Is that the word I'm after? But anyway, just to put that point out there, there are those who will cling on to something from the past so that they've got something that they can come back with to the narcissist, I suppose, if it's someone of a codependent nature. Anyway, it's all deep stuff, isn't it? That's all deep stuff. But I think it's a fair point. It's a fair point. We need to let all that go, don't we? But this is where people can expend their energies. They can expend their energies on stuff that, when you're not involved with it and you can see it, unless they can get to a point in their life where they can disassociate and look at it from a higher perspective, step out of that arena, step out of that battle, that war zone, and look at it from a third party perspective, it's not going to be conducive to a happy life, is it? So, and changes need to be made, don't they? Quite obviously they would, wouldn't they? But it all starts with that, not the fist, the releasing of what it is what you've got hold of. Let go. Let go. I could slip into silly mode now, couldn't I? Shall we stick a bow with it? See if I make you jump. Boom! So I've called that Ripples in a Pond. We're going to call it something else, I can't remember what, but I thought, no, Ripples in a Pond's good. But that's action, reaction, consequence. Incarnation, pre-incarnate contracts or signed, agreements throughout a lifetime, contracts that are signed from a higher self awareness with another to bring that into the physical, of which you need to learn, or both of you need to learn. Yeah. I mean, when you can see things as that, from that perspective, life can be so much easier to live. It really can. I know it's deep stuff and it's not everybody's cup of tea at all, but if you can disassociate and let go of that stuff from the past, I can't tell you how it's going to change your lives for the better. How much it will change your life for the better. It will, because you're not carrying that weight about with you. Anyway, that's it. I keep looking down it because it's time and I'm running out of it. So this will be the only one today. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are, if you can.